Now then, when it comes to dating, have you ever been tempted to have a little snoop on a potential partner? You know, that you can Google... They're all nodding already. You know, well, you would. You have a little Google, don't you? Maybe have a look at their Facebook and Instagram or Twitter page. Yes, Colleen, this is what people... The youth of today, that's what they do. That's what they do. They check people out. Well, now there's a new website that's offering to do that for you. So they can find out everything about a potential partner. When I say everything, I mean, this is like private detective work. Marital status, financial status, depending on how much you pay. There's a kind of standard one and then an extras one. And you can get enhanced background checks. This was set up by a lady called Laura Lyons. And there's a the reason she set this up, she found out her husband he was violent towards her, and then she found out he did have a previous history of being violent to previous partners. Right. And she's saying, had she have known that about him, she would never have got involved in the first place. So she's saying, I don't want this to happen to other people. So, you know, you can do a check. Would you use that facility?
I can understand somebody that's been through that. Wanting to do that, and as a mother, you know, if Kira ended up meeting someone that I thought, oh, I'm not sure, because the thing is, as a woman, it's all emotional based, isn't it? And even if you try and say, I'm not sure, he's a bit this, he's a bit that, if she's in love with him, it's like, oh yeah, but he'll change for me.
Sometimes it's like red rag. You know, my dad didn't like a boyfriend; it made me want to go out with them more.
Well, exactly. But if sometimes your intuition, you might think, oh, there's something about him that I'm really not sure about. So I think to have that facility. And especially, mainly for things like, I'm not interested in bank balances and all that, but certainly for past abusive relationships, I can understand you doing that. But then you could just hire a private detective anyway.
You could, or you could go to the police, because there's Clare's Law, of course, which was set up, and you know, but this was a woman who was violently murdered by her husband, and you can get checks done by the police. You actually have to appear in person to do that, don't you, at a police station?
I kind of like that, and I think I understand the premise and the reason behind this woman in particular setting up this business, but I like the premise of having to go and report. You know, it means that for me, if you have to go into the police station and make it known why you're researching this person, for me it would deter just nosy people. I mean, this is, you know, bank balances and stuff like that. I think gold diggers would have a field day on the website. You know, there are many things that are not necessary for the,
but what if a guy's come along and said, oh, I've got millions of pounds, I've got this fantastic business, and all of a sudden you're thinking, hold on a minute, you never have a pound in your pocket.
Well, then I use my love.
Yeah, you use your own intuition.
Say you do when you're not in love.
No. And also the thing with me, I'm not... I think you know when someone's lying to you. As you said, we all have intuition. I'm not saying that, you know, it's not important. What I would say, for instance, Clare's Law, for me as a single parent, I think that it would be good. It's a good thing for me to check out a potential partner. And, you know, I would like to know...
Would you do that automatically? Or would you have to have a reason, a feeling? You know, so would you just say, anybody that came along, meet the nicest man, isn't he lovely, but I'm just going to check him out?
No, tell him.
No, well, definitely not. Well, definitely not. But no. Okay, hold on, because I need to explain. You have to have a reason, but it's different. You have to have a reason for number one. I mean, I wouldn't just check out a potential partner.
So you'd have to have a suspicion or
well, exactly.
Concern.
And if I was concerned in that way, I don't know if I would continue the relationship anyway.